And if everything has gone according to plan, we should be live.
We leave it?
Indeed, we leave a. Now I shall post in all of the places.
What's up?
Real quick while you're doing that, I'm kind of glad I was right. The purple looks a lot better.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because you can see it a lot more. That's what it is.
Hmm. Okie dokie. Why is... Okay, let me adjust the bitrate because apparently Twitch doesn't particularly like the current bitrate I have it set to. Okay. Let's see if that fixes anything while we get things set up. How does it say? Oh, because it hasn't properly adjusted yet. Okay, so I'll wait for that to get itself sorted while I post in some more places and see that. And that. Maybe I'll make the session one like a lighter color to contrast. We shall see. For some reason that went really, really high. I lowered it. Why is it not lowering yet? Strange.
I hope I gave some of the new characters enough whatchamacallit, spunk and like attitude.
I mean, I think they have a decent amount of attitude. But they are not turtles.
I mean, what's the other phrase that's used?
Teenagers?
Teenagers with attitude.
That's it, yeah.
With teenagers with attitude.
You're right, that one probably would have worked better. Considering certain characters like of the Force Dragoons.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just unapologetically gonna be Power Rangers.
Well, it's legally distinct Power Rangers.
Yes.
Yeah. Listen, you're not ready for when I hit level 3. That's all I'm gonna say.
You're really not.
Did I give your character enough sass?
Yes.
I'm glad.
Fucked it up.
Like, I know what I'm about. I like that smugness.
Yeah, no, it works really well.
How do you like the smug face? I wasn't sure if that was gonna work good or bad. I'm glad you like it though.
Okay, let me
Yeah,
just...
like, once you actually see what I'm going to be doing with them, it's like, yeah, I have every right to be smug.
Oh, that's so much better. Okay. I just need to do some quick adjustments. I think we're good to properly get started. Do I go into... I mean, I guess we'll just be in the room, because I figure, why not? Just for something to be visually on here. Hey, streamy people. Draco Magnus here with the Night Slayers. All of them. Every last one. And we're here for AMA. Feel free to ask questions in the chat. I have questions that I have written out as well. But chat questions will take priority. Oh, let's see. More. I know the Q&A hasn't started yet, but 2024. I sure to God it isn't. Oh, whoops! I accidentally set this to 2024. Let me just adjust that.
Wait, what?
I've taken us back in time. Don't worry about it. We can right the wrongs that have happened. We just need to go back and spread the word.
I got Zeus alive.
Yes. We can correct the timeline. We just gotta go now.
Listen, all we have to do is fight that rock hawk one more time.
Yeah, just one more time. This time, surely you got it. But, let's see. First, actually, another thought occurs to me. Ky and Clover wanted to do a talk. Did you guys want to open with that, or save that till a little later? Because we didn't get to do that properly.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can wait. I don't know.
I can wait.
Okay. That actually segues pretty well to the top question I have in my notes here. What are things the party missed or wanted to do but couldn't?
Oh.
We missed that whole optional talent Aracos.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually what I was about to mention. Like, I was like, didn't we have a whole town we could have gone to at one point?
Yeah, I think that was the only thing major we really didn't do in the game.
Because we were good, because the whole stuff at the Abbot happened.
Yeah.
There's a whole fun adventure where you would have met the ghost of one of Strahd's children that he didn't know about. And she would have tried to get to meet her father. And you would have helped out this bard play a song to make her real. And she would have reunited with her mother and passed on, and Strahd would have been like, well, this sure was evening, I guess. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to being evil.
There's a whole side quest where we could have met not as evil Strahd.
Yeah.
Seems like it.
I mean, like, there is some humanity in there somewhere. It's just real deep down. Like, really, really deep down. Repressed as hell. Sure was the use of everyone's time. Boy, howdy, we sure had a night, huh? I'm gonna go back to trying to get Arena from all of you. Good luck, everybody.
No hard feelings about launching multiple fireballs at you. Yeah, forget the whole Abbott thing that happened like 3 hours ago.
Zell, before he asks his real question, is this campaign finished? Yes. Barovian Odyssey has properly closed. Strahd is dead, Vampire has been vanquished, Raoul now sits on the throne.
I think another thing that I kind of wish that we did was actually fight the Abbot.
That would have been interesting.
Fight Angel.
Yeah, I do wish we could have explored a little bit more of that place.
Yeah, it was a bit of a horror show that you never quite got to see, with all sorts of animal-human hybrids locked in cages for their own safety, honestly, because they're all insane. You know, as you do.
Are there supposed to be multiple, like, flesh golems in there?
There was at least one. Zell asks...
That we are aware of.
That you're aware of. Zell asks, are there any secrets of your characters that you didn't get to explore?
Yes.
Honestly,
For Antonius, it's why the hell did he get a cursed tail in the first place? Because he knew that someone managed to curse him. But he wasn't aware of how or who or any of that, and that never really got addressed.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm part of me is kind of sad I never got to use my my perk of like if I were to like walk into like a town that like had a bunch of dwarves in it, I could literally have like used my connection with Bolt's village to be like, hey, you got this and that, and they would have been like, hey, of course we do.
Yeah, not many dwarves in Barovia, unfortunately.
Yeah. And I think there was also the idea of like, I had a story prepared where like Bolt had like at one point helped his the dwarven fortress or whatever had like helped them like fight a dragon, and I had never like gone into detail with that,
Hmm.
which is why he was so enamored with the imp, because he thought it was a mini dragon, and it was like, oh, I could have my own miniature dragon as a pet.
Anybody else have some secrets that weren't delved into for the character?
Which,
Oh,
by
sorry,
the
go ahead.
way, Draco, you never answered my question in character. If Bolt could have the fucking imp when Strahd died.
I mean, it wasn't Strahd's to give. It was Lady Fiona Watcher's imp. Was her familiar.
I know that. I know that above game. Bolt in game doesn't.
Fair enough. Any more custom items for a mad artificer? Maybe. We'll have to see about that.
How about Dan, Draco? Were there any secrets that you never got to explore for Dan?
Not really. I think Dan was able to explore everything he wanted to explore. Like, he was more back to start, basically, from Chult after losing everyone in the first fight against Strahd. And once he got his revenge, he basically completed his character arc at that point. Someone in universe, tell this man about pseudo-dragons.
I mean, I know with Clover, her secrets are mostly going to get brought up during the conversation with Ky. And Zio, Zio's was mostly since his like wife and son died, he always sees like Ky as a son, and then everybody else that's younger than him as his children, trying to fill the void of him being lonely.
Aww.
So I have one for Kardec that wasn't necessarily a secret. It's more like something that he had for his backstory for a while. It's funny that Zell, if you're in the chat, you can actually, like, it involves your character technically. He was like growing up, and he always like winced whenever he heard his name because of the fact that his clan would tell him stories about what his dad's cousin would do, and it basically like set him up to fail, basically, or not set him to fail, like put a bunch of pressure on him to live up to the name. At one point early in the campaign, I was actually kind of thinking that he would be a little bit hesitant to team up with Bolt, but I was like, nah, it's not that bad. So, that's mine.
Anything?
Can I comment on something before we transition to the next question? This is my own kind of personal thing I wanted to check in with.
Okay.
So kind of a little peek behind the curtain regarding Elise. So I had talked to Draco probably for like right around since the campaign started, when the idea was that Dan was going to be in there as an NPC, and so we had this discussion of like, okay, you know, he brought some people with Cholt along with him, and obviously none of them survived that initial encounter. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's throw Elise in there, because I think she would have been intrigued at the idea of fighting a vampire. And then so the whole discussion was like, all right, did she outright die? Is she gonna like be survived and like taken captive? And so we both kind of landed on the now she got turned. And so basically I had to keep my mouth shut, because I spent like 90% of the campaign up until she showed up, knowing that, oh yeah, she's gonna show up at some point, we just don't know when yet.
Oh, that's another thing with Clover. She has a grudge that she didn't get the final kill. We'll get her one-on-one with Elise.
Oh yeah, like I think I think about the idea of like, could things have been played another way, where like would Elise have been able to like survive? Would Elise have been able to survive between having to eventually fight the party and also like being under like Strahd's leash? And the idea of like, all right, if they didn't outright kill her, if they just instead decided like, hey, we're just gonna knock her out, tie her up, keep her as like a hostage, and then like, eventually when we finally do go and beat down Strahd, how is that gonna roll out? Is Strahd gonna like use her? Is Strahd gonna like sick her on the party anyways, or would they like keep her behind for reasons? Like, because you factor in, like, eventually you factor in the idea of the timeline of like, if Elise survives and somehow didn't die after Strahd did, and could she go back to Cholt? Could she face everybody now that she was a vampire? And above everybody else, like, specifically, how would Tyrant Bane face her?
Yeah, Tyrant Bane might have
That would have been an
issues.
interesting one, yeah.
For those not in the know in Sholta personality, Tyrant Bane was a Minotaur paladin whose entire civilization was taken down during the Black Day, where a bunch of undead destroyed his hometown and kicked them out. So he might have some issues meeting Vampire Elise.
Yep, played by our buddy Fringe, aka Mr. Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so for those who maybe have never watched our previous campaign and maybe only have just tuned into the Curse of Strahd game playing through, Elise and Dan were part of our Tomb of Annihilation campaign that we named Sholta Personality, which was it was the campaign from a lot, 3-4 years ago at this point when we started it.
What was the name of our
Yeah,
group again?
so
Comedy of Errors?
Yeah, a
Yep.
comedy of
Yeah.
errors. And so it was me playing Elise, Draco was playing Dan, we had Burnout Vaughn playing Enoch, Caitlin, who played 2 characters because unfortunately one of them died. She had Rue, which she finished the campaign with, and then Wick, who was her original character that unfortunately passed away once we got into the tomb proper. Daluna, who played Zeno, and Rabbit, our Fringe, who played Tyrant Bane, was technically a guest character, and I feel like I'm missing one.
Enoch.
Or maybe, yeah, I got Vaughn was Enoch.
Oh, then I missed that one. I'm not sure who then.
I think that was everybody.
I'm pretty sure then, yeah.
Yeah, because Milla Ninja was our DM for that game. But yeah, so basically that we went through that whole campaign and had a few like extra bits before we put a hold on it for that next campaign, and then when we eventually did Curse Strahd here, we were like, all right, we'll take some of our old NPCs and put them into this game, and who knows, maybe later on down the line, whatever other games we do, we might decide to say, hey, we're gonna pull one of our old characters out as an NPC for the next game.
Right. And does anyone else have any secrets they wish to divulge before we move on to next chat question?
Not really. I pretty much touched up on everything that Ky hid in this campaign, really.
Right. Then
I got a
I
full
think.
character arc.
all right.
I'm good.
Then our next question is from Mort, specifically to me. On a particular note, I've had a burning question since it happened. Draco, what made you decide to have Van Richten get turned into a spawn? My thought process was that Van Richten was one of the many problems that Strahd had to deal with in Barovia. And getting him in his tower alone was the easiest moment for him to take him down. And he's a vampire hunter, which means he'd be skilled in combat, so Strahd reasoned turning him into a vampire spawn would A, not only piss off the lady that attacked him, randomly ease, it would also be a valuable asset to use in the future. It didn't quite pan out that way, unfortunately, because underestimated the party strength. But,
Yeah. What I'm curious within the module itself, like, was he a recruitable NPC or
Yes, actually. Van Richten has the potential to become Strahd's enemy, but Dan filled that role because of the card reading. But you could very realistically get Van Richten as a possibility. You could also get Ease, that one Revenant that was locked in a crypt, Sir Tripolotsky, is a viable option. There's a whole bunch of NPCs that could potentially become the, air quotes, enemy of Strahd. I just realized I'm not using my proper model here. I'm using my PNG, so I might need to take a moment to grab that. But while I'm futzing around with that, I have one of my questions. Did any of you have any alternate character concepts that you might wanted to have run?
A few,
Oh,
actually,
you
yes.
know the few that I had.
Do we just go down the line?
Yeah, alright. I don't see why not.
So I guess I'll start. So I had a couple of ideas. Obviously Elise was like, the funny thing is, like, I've talked all the stuff about Elise, but there was an idea in my head of like, if Bolt were to die, like, prematurely, I would just have Elise like show up as the backup character and either A, show up as a vampire and B, do the whole like, hey, I escaped, I escaped. I don't want to be Strahd's fucking thrall. I'll help you guys take him down, and then fucking heel turn on the party the minute they get into that confrontation. Or the idea was like, she wasn't turned and was just kept prisoner, and then finally managed to break out and met up with the party again. Obviously, we all know how that went. And then I had a centaur character named Kilogros, who was going to be a centaur Horizon Walker Ranger, which was a really cool concept that I've never done yet, and I was looking forward to it. And also, because it's ancient Greek themed, and you know how much I love ancient Greek themes, it would have fit in well with the rest of the Thylea group, except he wasn't going to be from Thylea, he was going to be from Theros.
Yeah.
Getting in your... I got Magic the Gathering in your D&D campaign. I also had my Minotaur character, which was gonna follow kind of the same route, and I was gonna go with a I was gonna go with a what is it? A Alpha Redemption Paladin, and then also multi-class as a Zealot Barbarian.
Ooh.
Hey, hi guys. Do you like barbarians? Do you like raging? Do you like being able to not? Do you like being able to be raised from death with no material components necessary? Well, boy howdy, go ahead and be a Zealot Barbarian. From level 3, you can do that.
Wow.
Insane.
Yeah. Couple Zealot Barbarian with any form of Paladin it'll get disgusting. But yeah, those were the ideas mainly that I had. I had a couple more, but those were like the primary ideas.
All right. Anyone else want to go next?
I think we're going down.
Okay.
I think we're going down the line.
Oh, that makes sense
Yeah.
to me.
Or does anyone else want to trip along?
I
I
like
had
your
a
turn.
couple. Well, the joke answer from when we first started about Curse of Strahd, I was gonna play the Beaver Warrior.
I remember that.
They're gonna
Yeah.
they're gonna be a rat folk, either Eldritch Knight or Monster Hunter Fighter.
Didn't we find a beaver race?
I think we might have.
It's like we find a beaver, but the joke is that they're gonna be a rat man, because the Beaver Warrior is a rat.
All right.
There was that, but then I was thinking another idea was. It was funny because I was thinking like, I want to be I was gonna try Paladin again. I was gonna be a 3 Oath of the Crown Paladin. But as Stylea developed, I'm thinking, what if it was just a Lost Mermekis? It was just gonna
Wait,
be.
did you say Mermekis?
It was gonna be a
Yeah.
Lost Mermekis.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
like one that
stares
broke off
at
from the hive.
yelling.
Yep.
Hmm.
Like they were gonna be. They're either gonna be Oath of the Crown or a Blade Singer Wizard. It was gonna be one of those two. And their whole thing is that like since they broke off from the hive, they need to find their purpose. And their whole story arc would have been like this newfound
Wait,
family.
seriously?
Yeah, this new thing was gonna be their newfound family. So it's like they're not gonna try to be like
Wait,
evil.
seriously?
Yelling had a very
they weren't gonna be
similar
like-
idea. If you hadn't picked up on that.
Yeah, I think like literally I'm just gonna have their name
Similar
be like
is an understatement. My God, that's almost word by word.
by end game, he's gonna be like, "This is my new hive. I have to do everything to protect them." Number 258, cause they're just gonna be like call themselves by a number, and they're just gonna be like that noble knight, these are my new hive. I have to protect them with everything I got.
Oh no, Stitch.
How the heck did I end up? How?
Because it would have been an interesting dynamic with Zio or Kai, where it's just like, oh, this was their enemy, but I no longer have my hive. You guys are who I gotta stick with now.
Honestly, I don't know if there's any universe where Ky, Clover, and Zio would just kill you on sight, if I'm being real.
Yeah, Draco, imagine that at some point we had the concept of being in a Curse of Strahd campaign about vampires and going, oop, Captain Crunch is all paladins.
Oh my god.
Yeah, honestly, the end goal for that would have just been looking to either Clover, Zio, or Kai be like, once this journey is over and you return to Thyalea, you can either just kill me here or just let me go out. I no longer want to return to the hive. They just gotta go off and be a wandering soul. It's
Oof.
but they would be okay with if you guys wanted, if I'm a danger to the world, just take me out.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, that's how it would see itself. If I am a danger to the hive, then I no longer want to exist.
Yeah, because it's oh, I had the original hive, and then I have this new hive. Both concepts contradict. I cannot exist anymore. Do what you need to do. So he would have had a tragic ending.
Mm.
How did we both come up with almost near identical side characters?
Like
Like
Mort
backup
said,
characters.
sometimes we share the brain cell, and this was that time.
Like, my God, that's almost identical. I don't remember if I actually made it like 58 or whatever number you said.
It was definitely a
like-
number. I don't
Were you gonna be
remember the
another-
exact
Were
number.
you another number?
Yeah.
Oops, 2 Mermekis.
Again, I don't know if there's a universe where they would not be killed on sight, is the thing.
I would have to try really hard to be like,
That's just
do not kill me
wild
on
how
sight
we
until we
both-
complete the mission. You can kill me later, but not right now. Like, that's how he'll be like, just don't do it right now.
I
Exactly,
still can't
alright.
believe we both came up with near identical characters.
I'm just
Yeah.
imagining, like,
Right.
since yours was at the very beginning, you came up with it, Brodon, just a Mermeki shows up while Zio and Kai are expecting a werewolf attack from somewhere, and then suddenly a Mermekis walks up. Hey guys, how's it
Oh
going?
no, another one. Oh no, there's 2 of them.
Oh my
Does
god.
not compute, does not compute. Error,
Either-
error, error.
Oh no, the
Either
Mermekis are
Zio
involved.
or no, the Nameki's the one that killed his wife and son, so he would have killed you on sight.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, that would have been funny. It's like, and they're gone.
Well,
Like,
time to make
oh,
another
one
character.
Mermeki shows up. They immediately die. Oh look, Raul's gonna lead you to Death House.
Rel just slides in. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hello everybody. This is the weird gross bug man. Anyway, let's go. Have an adventure.
Let's go into that creepy house over there. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
You're going first.
I think that's well, I guess the only last thing I would say is that, like, I think as the journey went on, if Raul died, I'm just be like, he's just to become a revenant.
Yeah.
Like, he's not dying. He's not going down until it is over. And if he does come back as a revenant, once Zerod's dead, he's like, okay, now I can actually die.
And now I can die. Blech.
Yep.
Irina would be very disappointed.
Yeah.
Listen,
She'd be
this
distraught.
wouldn't be the first time. This wouldn't be the first time I'm playing an undead with a girlfriend.
That raises questions, but okay.
Don't worry. Adam is in a weird multiverse. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hmm.
Ayo.
Yeah, I'll pass it on to Daluna. I think that's all I got.
Alright.
What about you,
I
buddy?
think Mort has the point.
Yeah, like I actually. So mine's a twofer because, just like Draco and Chaco did, if Karnak had died, the first thing I thought of was when I found out that Dan and Elise were in there, and Barovia was like, okay, well, surely Zeno would figure this out, be really, really scared that 2 of his friends are missing, and immediately go out to look for them. So he would have been brought into pain. It's like, honestly, just so I could play him again. But another one that I was thinking of, in terms of like a wholly new character, would be another Kenku of some type. I never really figured out which one that he was gonna be a Kenku and his name was gonna be Jax. He was gonna be a sorcerer, and that was all I had for him, really.
My first question is, if his name is Jax, does he have like a weasel familiar or something named Daxter?
See, now I wish I had done that, and I wish I had talked to you about that, because that absolutely would have been a thing that he would have done.
Jackson Dax.
Exactly.
Like, it would be the easy thing. Oh, like I'm playing a Kenku again. I'm gonna bring back Rhodey, but at the same time, he's currently in a campaign, and I don't want to bring him out of the other one.
He just poops in. Wait, what am I doing here?
Just suddenly pops in. Oh, where the hell am I now?
But yeah, like, as much as I like playing Wild Mage, I was like, just make him a regular sorcerer or a wizard. Honestly, like, the character I might eventually, if we do a Magic Modern setting, I definitely want to use probably use that as a base for a modern wizard, where instead of a tome that he uses for his spells, he uses like a smart device of some type.
I do have ideas for a modern setting myself, so I mean, it's possible that I'd have to flush everything out, but I like modern fantasy settings too, so it's fun if I do end up doing it.
That reminds me of one question I gotta ask you, Daluna. This
What's
whole
that?
campaign, you never used Tides of Chaos. This whole campaign.
Oh yeah.
Is there a reason why you never used it? You never used that.
Yes, actually, and I was kind of hoping someone would ask me this, because in character, the only reason that he was actually more comfortable towards the end of using spells. Like, you might have noticed that in the beginning he didn't like using spells at all. Towards the end of it, he got more comfortable because he figured that he was slowly becoming more confident as a spellcaster. Every time Bardic used magic at the beginning of the campaign, he was always it would always be doubtful sayings or cantrips. He knew he could control those.
Gotcha.
I was basically playing it as his wild magic was basically attributed to his confidence level as a sorcerer.
Then I guess that also explains my second question was the reason why you didn't really use meta magic that often too.
Exactly. I kind of wrote myself into a corner by making him Argyle's son, because everyone would expect, oh, he's a fighter just like his dad was. And I was like, okay, now he's a fighter sorcerer.
And the fighter just took more control.
If I did this over again, he would have probably just been related. He wouldn't have been his outright son.
I feel like the order has shifted for some reason in the lineup here.
Yeah, we're changing our Discord names to fit the Obajima names. Some of us changed.
So it altered the order in the... Okay. I still
I
believe
didn't change.
Hoshi would be next then for alternate character ideas.
So, Clover was an alternate character idea after messing with after Zio, and then I also had another character from Thalia that was a fangirl of Kaya.
Okay.
That was a what was it? Storm cleric with a wizard scribe. Scrying wizard, the scribe wizard. Because basically, I can, with that combination, I can make all my spells into thunder or lightning damage, and I get full max electricity damage or thunder damage.
Interesting.
I knew you were talking about that build, but I didn't expect you to make a fangirl.
Yeah, it was a fangirl.
So, would she also have a seagull familiar? Being a fangirl.
She'll probably try to get a seagull, but end up being a pigeon.
I mean, considering it's Barovia, it would probably be a raven.
I just had a thought.
Okay.
What?
If you do the summon celestial spell, does Howard come?
That would be funny. Is Summon Celestial would be just... It's Howard from Sync shows up. Comes in
Okay,
screaming,
fair.
beats someone, he comes in screaming
Okay.
and disappears.
Ah! Punches someone, leaves. The hell
Because
was
it works,
that?
because the Celestial can either be melee or range, and that Howard has both melee and range options.
You know what?
True.
Fair enough. I was talking about mostly the bird, not the sync version, but I'll take the sync version because it's hilarious.
It would either be that,
Because
or
it'll
it would
be
be
even more
a
confusing, like, why
giant
is this-
version of Howard. Like a massive seagull flies in and just eats someone.
Just a realistic, like, muscular body on with a bird head.
Crunch leaves no elaboration.
Fucking Howard. There.
Right, so Choco went, so this would bring us to, Than, alternate characters.
So, before I came up with Kai, I came up with the concept of an Aarakocra bard who was a germaphobe named Octave Cello, who you've probably seen in Sync. And then I decided I didn't really want to play him. I wanted to do like a final like closed chapter for the Thylea group a little bit by going into like their kids. And before I decided on Kai, I was thinking maybe his sister. Not really his brother, because I feel like he wouldn't really mesh well in a group. So I decided on Kai because I kind of liked his story of just having this sort of like divine jealousy a little bit in this guy who's been through like troubled times in his teen life. Having trouble finding like his actual self, and I just liked how that turned out. But if he died, me and Draco were like talking one night and making a bunch of jokes, and I accidentally made a character named Hotek,
Yep.
who was a happy drow who lived underground in Barovia and who has no idea who Strahd is. And he thinks that everyone is his friend.
Complete total shift from all of Barovia. Hotek.
He's not the brightest, but he is wise.
He just finally surfaces after decades, millennia, even maybe underground, and just sees how dark and dreary and rainy and gross it is.
Hotek might be like, I feel like I read the sky wrong.
No, I imagine he'd
This
come up and
does
go.
not match up with the descriptions I'm aware of.
I imagine he would come and says, reminds me of home. For his
that-
Barovia
Or something like that, yeah.
That also
Not too
reminds me.
different from Hotek home.
That also reminded me of something that me, Brian, Dan thought about. The Real Housewives of
I like that.
I remember that.
Yeah, because a little fun fact is Andros is looking for Kai and Izio and Farron, his wife, and the other wives of Thylea through our party were chasing down Andros, Tarla, and Kaya to try to find out where they are and where the children are.
They're just dimension hopping, just searching and running.
I feel like one time at the very end they did show up in Barovia. It's like, no, this isn't the right place. They said it was foggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's sun here. This doesn't look right.
This place is really depressing. I feel like we should come back to this at some point.
No,
These people out.
you haven't seen depressing until you stayed in the cube.
I don't know. This place looks pretty fucking depressing.
No.
That person's gray. Also, that person.
There's a Barovia room specifically in the cube.
Those
It's like,
are just Goliaths. Oh, what are you talking about? Those are just Goliaths.
No, they're too
the fuck is
short
a
to be
Goliath?
Goliaths.
What the fuck is like
Yeah,
The gray people.
we're in the wrong dimension.
Clearly this isn't right. I'd like to imagine that's the first one they go somewhere else, and then it's just dimension hopping until they finally said, okay, let's go back to that Barovian place, and then the adventure's over.
Oh, the sun's here. Is this the right place?
Bolt is just standing in front of the gods, and he's just got his pistol out. Hey, what's up?
Look at what Mort sent in the chat.
You should turn that frown upside down. There's a hyper-realistic hand pierces through the clouds and drags the sun to the foreground. See, I like the idea, alternate reality. If Hotek was your player character, you just give Strahd therapy, and somehow he takes well to it.
So that's basically how he was born.
Yeah.
The whole scenario is how he was born.
Yeah, exactly, which is why I still like it as the alternative reality. Alternative ending, Strahd goes to therapy.
Oh, Draco yelling at both. I sent you both something. Art.
Ooh.
Let me see.
Ooh.
I still want the headcanon that Hotek does eventually show up in Barovia. Eventually.
Oh, interesting.
I like to think that he shows up eventually.
Yeah, he shows up like it's long after the party's done, like even after, you know, like many years later.
He's the royal vizier of Erugul.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
We need someone to cheer up we need someone to cheer people up.
Yeah.
I like this cut of this guy's gin.
He's the royal therapist.
I like you. Do you want a job?
Hotek had nothing to do.
I just thought
His
Mr.
job-
Popo used to. I like you.
Hotek had
Hotek's-
nothing better to do.
Hotek's first job is to get Bucephalus to not be angry.
Calm down the fire horse.
Yeah, first job. You see this horse? It's angry.
Oh, Hotek see problem. Horse is on fire.
I just want to make a Mr.
Yes.
Popo character now.
You know, it would be a really good dynamic if there was like a really depressing character and Hotek in the same party. Literal comedy and tragedy.
I just
I mean,
love
if
Hotek just for what he is. And it's like I could go with that or Kai, and I feel like Octave would have been fun too because, you know, Barovia, him probably would not go well.
No.
He'd spend the entire campaign just being in just a constant panic attack.
In the fetal position, screaming.
The second that Strahd says, I could take you home. I'm going home. Home, please. Yes. Me.
In a fight, right?
Right here. I'd like to leave. So what do I need
Are
to do?
you sure you want to leave? I mean, you haven't seen the glorious Abbey.
The what?
Oh, there's a really lovely abbey in Kretsk.
Just don't mind the guy who lives there. He kind of makes flesh golems in his spare time.
No, thank you. I just... No.
Chaka, you know what that's gonna be like? It's throwing Octave into the cathedral ward of
Yes.
Bloodborne. That's what's gonna happen.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
You don't want that to happen.
Hold on, no, I got the perfect gif. I gotta find it.
It'd be him, like, all dirtied up and shaking like a fucking chihuahua.
Can I go home now, please? Please.
This is the finest elven silk, and you have ruined it.
It's the bit from the second Ace Ventura movie where he's standing in the fucking trophy room.
It's a lovely room of death.
That is accurate.
Yes.
Well, you know, you could visit another one of our sacred sites, the gigantic tree that's all dead and surrounded by other dead things.
Oh, the tree that always bleeds.
Oh yes, the bleeding tree. You could go visit the bleeding tree.
It spawns all
No.
sorts of horrible tree monsters.
No. Well, I do believe it is time for me to take my leave. So,
Well, there is the temple up there in the mountains. It's very
No.
isolated and very quiet.
No. He puts on a glove and then puts his finger on your lips just to stop you from talking. No.
No. We're
No,
good.
no.
I'm trying to sell you on my home.
That is really nice. I want a receipt. If I bought this, I want a receipt.
You came here for free, actually.
Oh, then I want payment for being sent here.
Well, hold on. Let's not go that far.
The best I can offer you is just leaving.
I will take that. I will take that any day of the week. Or soap. Anything, really.
What is soap?
You drive a... No, I think Strahd would know what soap is. He has a bathroom
If
in
there's
the castle.
If that happened, he would be like, this is my hell. What did I do to deserve this? Is it because I didn't
Why did-
believe in my brother's goddess?
Maybe, I
Why do
don't
you
know.
think? Why do you think Raul was so like freaking out with Antonius when he found out Antonius threw a bar of soap?
Yeah. You think those just grow on trees here in Barovia? No!
You know, I could forgive you like lusting over a vampire woman, but God forbid you throw away good soap.
Alright, yelling. We already heard one of your alternate characters. Is there another one?
I think they literally went BRB.
Ah, well, never mind.
Literally.
Go back
I
to
think
them.
Yeah,
feel like
we'll come back to
Octave would
that.
take the fabricate spell just to make soap.
I can see that. Never be without it ever again. Grab the fabricate spell. Let's see. Oh, who would play your character if we got an animated series for Barovian Odyssey?
Oh, fuck.
Okay, I gotta think. Gotta find a voice actors list.
Hmm. I'm not sure about Dan or Quimby, but if I was going to be casting for Strahd, I think Mark Hamill would do an amazing job.
I got one for Quimby. Sam Riegel.
Yeah, I could see that actually. I would say Matt Mercer would do well as Van Richten.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Since it's on brand, James Arnold Taylor for Bolt. Because Bolt is literally just Ratchet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Honestly, I want Patrick Warburton to be Zio.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Kai! How's it
Like
going?
Hey, Scott.
Language.
We gotta
Hey, now
find
watch
those
your
kids,
language.
Kai.
Oh yeah, this is all.
Arthur, we gotta find them kids.
Not Dutch.
Who do I want for Clover?
It may be basic, but I think you have the range for it. But get Keith David to do Raoul because I want to hear Goliath's voice coming out of Raoul. Like, yeah, I guess have someone who can have like that range of like, you know, that big bulky.
Yeah, I can see that. And Yelling can't answer that question because they are currently away, so we'll come back to them on that one.
Who do I want for Clover? Fuck.
How about you, Daluna?
Actually,
Anyone you want to voice Kardak?
That's ooh.
what's her name?
See, the problem with that is I have to be like, okay, who voices Karnak? Who voices Argyle?
Hmm.
Oh, I know.
Who do you
I
who do you think?
Well, for Clover, Stephanie Perez.
Who's it look her up?
She played Rosa on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I knew who that was. Like, I didn't think of that accent for her, but actually, yes.
I would need to spell.
But would she play her as a Rosa voice or her normal voice?
I think the Rose voice.
Because for those who don't know, she's also Mirabelle from Kanto.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with her works.
She's also Vaggy in Hazbin Hotel.
Okay, there we go.
Can I say a joke answer that we all know?
Sure.
Eastmark is played by Mark Fishmark.
I mean, yes, obviously. Let's be honest. No one else could do it.
The E's Markiplier.
Yep.
Right. And in a similar vein to that, let's say a Muppet version of this campaign was released. Which Muppet is playing your character?
Miss Piggy for Clover.
I absolutely can see that, yes.
Antonius easy animal.
Yeah, yeah. I think Strahd would be the one human character in this Muppet version. Everyone else.
You gotta have like some of the random human NPCs just be like regular people.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Eastmark is still Markiplier in this version.
No, Markiplier is one of the only actual named humans that is on the thing. Everyone else is Muppets.
Yes.
And Strahd.
And
Strahd has to be a human actor.
Okay, for the Muppet one, I have a funny one. Quimby.
Okay.
He's played by that little rabbit that showed up in towards the later end of the Muppet Show / the Muppet Christmas Carol, the one that gets thrown it at.
That's right. The one that gets thrown across the room.
Yep.
Yeah, I could absolutely see that. I'm trying to think who would play Dan as a Muppet, and I'm not sure if anyone really fits him.
I think probably it could be Fonzie Bear.
Yeah. I can see that.
I was gonna say Bardak could be Gonzo.
I could see Dan as being Kermit, honestly. Kermit could play a good Dan.
I can see that, actually, now that you mention it. Paranoid, high-strung, trying to do his best.
There's no Sam Muppet for Raoul.
No.
Either.
That's why I said Fonzie Waka Waka.
Just complete total shift from Raoul in actuality, constantly tracking jokes.
Yeah, I want Fozzie to be Raoul, just to be he has to be sad for the good 80% of the campaign, and then the last quarter of the campaign where Raoul lightened up is where he does the Fozzie jokes.
That would actually be really good.
Bull would be Gonzo.
Okay. I have the two voices for Argyle and Kardec. Argyle, Roger Craig Smith. Kardec, Ben Schwartz. If you don't know who those are, they're the Sonic adventure through Sonic Boom Sonic. And the Sonic or the Sonic movie franchise Sonic.
Okay. I like
I
that.
could see that.
Like, I'm like, okay, I need either two people who play the same character or two people who are related, and that just made the most sense to me. Also, it's kind of funny to hear, or to hear Argyle come off like that.
You know, first, like, thought that comes to mind for voice actor for like Kai, Johnny on Bosch, but honestly, I think Steve Bloom.
I could see Steve Bloom.
For Kayak, you know who else would be a good one? Travis Willingham.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. Now we're getting into some.
Okay, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
I know who's playing Elise.
Okay.
Shout out to all you anime fans out there. Mallory Rodak. You'll know, if you know, you know.
Okay. I might not know.
She voiced the Elf Archer and Goblin Slayer.
Oh, okay. All
And
right.
personally, I think their voice fits Elise.
Okay. All right. What was your favorite character's moment? Like your character specifically, a moment in the campaign that was your favorite.
That's a tough one.
Hmm. Even though he was an NPC, my favorite moment is when Dan blew up Strahd with Irina. I had been waiting so long for that moment to play out.
That's a really good moment. Wii Shop music all aside as well.
yeah, that was funny.
Hmm.
I mean, I know for me, for Zio, my favorite was actually the fight with the Rock and him actually sacrificing himself for everybody to be safe.
Oh,
I think for
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think for Raul, it's kind of an extended scene, but honestly, like the whole like part at the Abbey where we were trying to run after Strahd, is how like emotional that was.
Hmm.
And I think at that moment, like I actually had Raul like fully break down, and with Zio kind of helping him, be like, you know, it'll be okay, but Raul's like, you know, I have to go. It's that whole thing of him actually like opening up and just be like vulnerable.
Aw.
In that moment with like Zio helping out, I think Hoshi already picked it up, but that's like the moment where it's solidified, like, yeah, Zio's Raul's dad now.
Much better than his past lifestyle, I'll tell you that much.
Yep.
I got around.
Yeah. There's one thing that Barov was known for, conquering places and fucking, apparently.
I think a few of my favorite moments are like more of the outside of combat stuff for Kai. Just like the little moments talking to like NPCs or like player characters, because it shows like his lighter side a bit.
I got
Like-
mine. This is the part where like I hate having a bad memory because I barely remember anything from the early game, but I think my favorite character moment for Bolt was pulling the fucking flesh golem wolf off of the tower.
That's fair.
That was really good.
like I was like, wait a minute, I have lightning alert, and I just look at the map, and I'm like, wait a minute, I measured out, I'm like, dude, I can do this, and then immediately when it comes to my turn, I obviously I can't see people's faces like on camera IRL, but like I have to imagine, like, Draco, what was that face you made when I was like, so I have a stupid idea?
I was interested to hear it, and then when you revealed what your idea was, I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna yeet him off the tower.
Yeah, I was like, so I have a stupid idea, and then I'm like, you know what, I have lightning alert, and then I was just like, alright, I'm gonna move over here, and I'm just gonna... And I don't remember what I had bolt stand character, but then yeah, I'm like, alright, I'm casting lightning lure, and if it hits, I'm pulling him towards me and off of the fucking staircase and plummeting down to the bottom of the tower.
Goofy scream intensifies.
Elation, this guy's fucked.
And I think the funniest part about that is that he lived.
Yeah. Barely, but he lived.
Like, buddy, you should have just stayed down.
He had to protect his mom. Right. I have a feeling I know what might be yellings, but they'll have to confirm it when they get back. I'm pretty sure it was the soap.
Yeah, I think now that I'm remembering it, I think it's between two. It's that one, and then I think it was like the fucking, like, when I first started doing the Lord Moldy Butt bit.
Yes, that was good.
I was like, all right, I don't know where, like, at some point it came from, and I was like, all right, I had Billy and Mandy in my head, I had Lord Moldy Butt in my head, and so I was just thinking of, like, we were thinking of, like, all right, we're not supposed to call him Strahd, we're supposed to call him the devil, but that's boring. Let's find something else to call him. And then I'm just like, Lord Moldy Butt, and it stuck.
Yeah. I mean, it worked. It absolutely worked. Right.
I got a second moment for Raul.
Okay.
The fucking running up the stairs and breaking through that guy's door. Do you know where the elevator's at?
That poor man. He's just
we never found out if he was okay.
He's probably fine. Rolo might have found him.
Listen, do you want a job? You stop breaking down my door? No promises.
But no.
Give me dental and we're good.
Also, don't chain me to a table.
Yeah, just don't chain me to a table like the last guy. And can I work outside the castle? So I'm not here. Bad memories.
Oh, it's honestly the worst memory. Being chained to the table or a werewolf breaking through the door and just shouting at you.
I mean, that was over in like a moment. He had been there for years chained to that table. So, like, I mean, one has longer lasting implications, I feel.
Well, I gave him a whole lot of excitement in that one moment that he probably would have had over the last few, like, decades.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. Let's do that. There we go. In a similar vein to the previous question, what was your favorite character moment for someone else, and why? Like, one of your fellow players' character moments that you enjoyed.
That's a good question. Honestly, like, I think mine was Raul figuring out who he really is.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I was
Like-
really gonna go in that direction.
Not only that, but the fact that him and like my favorite thing I was actually gonna say for my character was like anytime the Rule and Kardak interacted with each other, because I did like those RPs.
That's good.
It's hard to narrow it down, but I think one of my favorite ones is when Raul was meeting with his shadow, basically, after beating it, and coming to terms with who he is now, and that the darkness is still in there, but it's not a threat.
I think for me it's there's a lot of them, but I think since we've already said the most obvious one, I think for me it's Antonius, and it's the fucking flirting with Ludmilla.
That was a really good one.
It's either flirting with Ludmilla or the one moment where what was it? It was him and Quinby were like doing something, and like they caught Antonius but not Quimby, and so for like most of the rest of the campaign they just did not trust Antonius to leave him by himself, but Quimby was like perfectly fine.
Yeah, Quimby threw him right under the bus. I mean, in fairness, Quimby did say, so we are going to try, and then Antonia shot him down, so I mean, it was all fair play at that point.
Honestly, Antonius throwing the soap was pretty funny. That might be my favorite.
Yeah,
I came back to Antonius mention what?
so the current question
we're-
that we're on is, what was your favorite character moment for someone else?
And I said Antonius throwing the soap.
Man,
And earlier
Yeah,
was
and
what was
mine-
your favorite character moment, and I assumed yours was the soap.
Mm-hmm.
Because mine was either the you flirting with Ludmilla, or the bit where you and Quimby like planning to steal something, and like you got caught but Quimby didn't, and so like the rest of the campaign,
Even though I
nobody
wasn't the
trusted
one
you.
that was trying it, yeah.
I mean, you were too, but still.
God, hate the soap bit. I really did. My favorite one.
I think for me, it wasn't like a specific one, but I liked all the times where Kai pulled Raul to the side and just, showing off, the kinder parts of Kai, and just revealing that, like, yeah, he's rough on the outside, but Kai does have that heart of gold. Like how he was good with, like, always checking in on people, and even like whenever the kids came involved, he's like stepping up to be that, savior, that big brother.
Above board, I'd like to imagine that some of those kids did join Kai's guild when they grew old enough to. Like, there's no way
That'd be
they wouldn't.
sick.
After he saved their lives, and then they learned, yeah, I'm making a guild for adventurers. Wait, really? I'm applying today.
I'm overriding your headcanon, Draco, and saying one of those kids is a werewolf now. They just didn't tell anyone.
They got turned, but they felt a bit awkward revealing it. Everyone's like, oh,
But they got it under control. But they're like, yeah, I just don't want to talk about it.
it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Honestly, my favorite part was probably Antonius going through the training arc.
The which one?
The training arc with Clover.
The
Oh,
bells.
yeah. I think that's one of my favorite too in general, the Clover Antonius moment.
Right.
Yeah, that's another one. Was Kai's doing the training with Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Dodge.
Dave getting swole.
Mm-hmm. I think also another one of my favorites is the fact that everyone in the party except for a few very, very key people figured out that Clover was broken up about the fact that she wasn't wanted.
I saw
But-
her as a sister.
What?
That cuts deep.
What's
Thought
happening?
it was funny.
Oh, I have a question for Mort. When it came to fleshing out the dark vestiges, what helped you decide what to do with them, given the disastrous lack of information about them? So I did look online through various sources. I forget all of them, but I did do several Reddits looking through what other people had done. And after looking through some things, I decided to remix some of my own stuff going off of vibes alone. Like, there's one vestige the party never encountered, Fekire, the queen of Poxes or something like that. I figured what she would give is the contagion spell at first, and then it would go up from there with the becoming a champion. So I guess it was a mix of research online from other people that have DM'd, vibes from each vestige, and looking for art just by typing in the name of the vestige in question and seeing what popped up. It was a lot of work, but eventually I got him. Another thing that with the vestiges, I didn't do it for every single vestige because I just didn't have the time for it. But I did make stat blocks for each vestige. If, say, you weren't able to, actually no, to clarify, every time you used your powers, there was a percentage chance that your soul would have been stolen by your patron. And they would use that as leverage to make you become their champion. Or you could break the deal off and get your soul if you free them. But if you free them, they're going to go to the nearest town of Vallaki and Kretsk and just eat all of the people there to power themselves up with soul and then just be a siege machine throughout all of Barovia. So you would probably want to stop that from happening, so you could have fought the vestige.
Well,
Wow, I am more grateful that I decided to change Kordak's mind now.
Yeah, no, it could have gone horrendously for all of Barovia if the luck was not on your side.
Imagine if it had been Antonius's vestige, because that was the one that everybody said,
Yeah.
oh, absolutely, do not let that one free.
Yeah, that would have been a nightmare. Like, they all want souls, but the Star of Ice and Hate gives not a single fuck about anything. It will kill everyone and completely burn the place down.
Including Strahd.
Yeah. I was like, stop.
That's a shipment campaign. What's that one, like, ice-based campaign?
Oh, Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Yeah, we gotta turn into that campaign now, except, it's still been the Star of Ice and Hate.
Rime of the Giant Angry Star of Hate. Barovia's a frosty winter wasteland.
Alt universe. Ooh, we could have like an alt universe campaign. That would be interesting.
Text joining.
I like that from Mort. How to 100% Barovia without exploring anything. Release the Ice Star and just watch from the sideline. Just wait for everything to sort itself out.
Immediately go there, release the ice god, and then just walk to Strahd and just say, "All right, well, we've had our fun, we're leaving."
What do you mean you're leaving? We freed someone from the Hammer Temple. Don't worry about it.
No, don't worry about it. Look, you've been a nice host and all, but you're giving us all the opportunity to return home, and I think we'll take it. I think it's fun. We absolutely didn't do anything horrible, and your realm will not be eaten alive by a gigantic god, but it's fine.
Meanwhile, there's just a wave of frost spreading over the horizon. What's that?
Strahd just turns around, sees just this gigantic frost monster demon god around.
Have you ever heard of
He
fucking
just
winter?
looks at the party. What did you do?
No, why do you assume it was us? Hey, come on.
They're the only ones doing shit.
Why do you assume it was? Why do you assume it was us? I mean, there's barbarians in that temple. They could have done it.
Yeah, they could have gotten deeper and freed a god. You don't know.
Werewolves here on the other side of the freaking realm. Don't to mention the gnolls. Maybe they had enough of your shit and decided, you know what, we're just gonna do our own thing.
Then why wouldn't they have freed Yogg? You know, they thought that would be too much. You know, that god's too similar. You know, right?
And I know, like, above board, and, like, also, like, if I think this question was asked in private, so I think it'll be fun answering again, in, stream. So, you know how Antonius had a mimic tail? And you know how it went away with the ice thing, and I felt like you were kind of, like, really insisting on persuading Antonius to do it.
I mean, I wasn't actively trying. I just thought it would be very good for him not to have the mimic tail. You could have just said, nah, I don't want to take the Star of Ice and Hate. I mean, he would have been pissed. You probably would have taken an exhaustion point because he was mad at you, but you didn't necessarily have to take it.
I wonder... I probably wouldn't be afraid of fire.
True.
Because I didn't take it and then leave it.
Weren't you already afraid of fire?
No, so that was from the
pyrotechnics.
No, the Star of Ice and Hate actively gives you a fear of fire. That's its flaw.
Yeah, because so that's the second I took its pact, or like in the trial version, or however you would want to spin it, that also gave me its fear, which is fire.
Yeah.
And then out of spite was like, oh no, fuck you. I'm keeping your fear of fire.
Or you get to keep that fear of fire. I'll take the power back and you get the negative aspects of it. Fuck you.
Yeah.
More Barovian bad ending. The tail mimic sits on the throne. Not Antonius, the tail specifically gets to rule Barovia.
I'd believe it.
Yo, do you want a giant mimic castle? Like mimic castle Ravenloft?
That's how you get that, yeah.
I'm just kind of glad that Yogg didn't seem to be that bad.
Honestly,
like, he was a pretty chill guy, all that things considered.
Like, in all honesty, like, I was thinking about trying to make Yogg more evil, but I felt like he would care most about his children thriving than anything else. Yogg's ideal Ravenloft is just full of werewolves. No one else.
Yeah, Curse of Strahd except werewolves.
Yeah. No, there's too many vampires in this place. We need more werewolves here.
You know, just totally don't ignore the very real ending of Barovia, where Raoul takes over, and now there's just more werewolves in the multiverse because they leave Barovia.
Yeah. Be crazy fit.
We do not need Antonius moving castle.
Yeah, no, I don't think Antonius needs a moving castle. That would be dangerous.
Oh, come on!
I don't trust Antonius with a moving castle.
How is he any worse than Hal?
Is Hal as horny as Antonius?
I mean, maybe not as.
Also, Hal's older. He might have wised up by that point.
But Big Henrietta.
I would hope so.
Big Henrietta does sound interesting. I don't think the spell that allows Animated Hut to exist allows for Animated Castle, but maybe if Dan got higher level, he could figure out how to do that. If he wanted a castle that could move, but he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who'd want a castle. He's a bit of an introvert. What's he gonna use all that space for?
to be all by himself.
Yeah. Oh boy, I get to be in my massive fucking castle with no one but my dog and my son and my clone, who I say is my twin. We can use all these rooms, surely.
And the 20 skeletons.
Yeah, and the 20 skeletons that are up in the basement that we don't talk about.
Yeah, just ignore those. If you need anything up there, just don't look at.
They came with
skeletons
the
are still a
castle.
thing.
It's all I had to keep them there. It was part of the deal of buying the castle.
Listen, just give the skeletons some clothes and they just, work as butlers. It's fine.
Yeah.
That is canon. Skeleton butlers.
Skeleton butlers. I'm gonna say Raoul has skeleton butlers. Okay. I don't know how he got them, and he doesn't know how he got them, but they're there.
Listen, one or two may disappear in like a week, but that's because Ease gets hungry.
That's fair. Next question, who is your favorite NPC and why?
Ooh.
Quimby.
That's fair. Quimby is a great.
Yeah. Quimby's up there.
Is it cheating if I said Strahd?
I would be surprised, but no, I don't think so.
He's a fun villain.
He's a
Thank
favorite character.
Yeah, Strahd was very fun to. I was always scared whenever he showed up. It's like, you know what? Let's do this. It's gonna be, hell's gonna happen. Let's go.
I'm really happy
Honestly,
about
yeah.
that. Because I was worried about not playing Strahd right, but I'm so glad to hear you say that it was always terrifying to see him.
Honestly, even though it was a hell dealing with this character, Antonius was my favorite character.
But Antonio's
Not
an
an NPC.
NPC.
Yeah, Antonius is an NPC.
Oh, NPC.
Yeah.
Oh,
I appreciate the sentiment, though.
You know what? I like Kiwi.
Oh.
Of course you did.
I think that. I think that whole like side quest what that you brought in as like a homebrew edition was really fun.
Yeah. The horror, like, house thing.
Karnov Manor.
The Were Tiger family.
I mean,
I
yeah,
actually,
like,
I would say the Eevee Small, just because they got me in the fucking blender.
Mm,
I mean, you already know I like Eevee.
yeah. That's fair.
I think mine is. There's so many good NPCs. I think I'm leaning towards Yuki, just because
Aw.
good boy.
Girl, but yes.
Sorry, girl.
Just like the IRL Yuki. In fact, that's exactly
Yeah.
who she's based on.
I know.
Of all of us,
Just a girl.
yeah,
Uh,
I'm assuming Yell has actually met actual Yuki.
Yes.
Yes, I have. Yuki's a very, very good girl. But very, very needy and very much a princess.
Yes. 100% yes, can confirm.
Draco, I feel
Um,
bad. In the entire time that I was controlling Dan, I never made Yuki big.
It's true. I mean, I don't use it as often either because it is a concentration spell. Big Yuki is useful, but when you can cast level 8 Moonbeam, it kind of falls to the wayside. So I get it.
I remember that against what's his name, against a freaking vampire, and I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, so I'm gonna end concentration on my level 5 Moonbeam, and you're like, okay, because I'm gonna cast a level 8 Moonbeam.
Okay, makes sense, yeah.
And the moon destroys everything in a heat of rage.
You take the moon and you take the sun.
And very similar question. Who is your least favorite NPC and why is it Strahd?
Okay, but Strahd isn't my least favorite.
I mean, I know, but I feel like I should have I needed to read it that way specifically. Because, like, Strahd put you through a lot of shit.
But he was a good villain, so I can't hate him.
That's fair.
Probably Arena's quote-unquote brother.
Fucking Ezek.
Yeah.
Ezek with the demon arm.
Oh,
Was that the one that was, with the sister thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We were all thinking of the same person. Okay.
Okay, good.
It's Ezek, but I'll also float another one. That one drunken dude, Bluto, who tried to drown the little girl.
Oh, yeah. Bluto sucks. That's fair. Those are both very good ones to hate, and very understandable. One tried to drown a child, and the other is a whole thing that's just,
So, mine's from the beginning of I hated the first leader of the village that we went to. That was trying to make everyone be happy.
Ah, yes.
Finding out how much of a piece of shit he was, I'm like, yep, no, I hate this man.
Good old Vargas. Burgomaster Vargas.
All will be well.
All will be well.
Antonius being
I'm not
clueless the
gonna-
entire time. Yeah, everything is so swell. Yeah.
Nothing can go wrong in Vallaki. Big smile.
By the way, I didn't get to answer who my favorite NPC was.
Oh, then go right ahead.
It's absolutely Quimby though for me. Like I like our little mascot character.
And let's see. Ooh, this is another good one. What was your favorite combat of this campaign?
Ooh.
That's. Like the rock fight was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, because we had like funny battle music too.
Yeah.
I think like the entirety of the temple was fun because it was actually a challenge.
Oh. The fucking fox. You know, running from us and trying to go invisible.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The Arcana loss.
Carnobs.
Carnobs was also good, yeah.
I also like the when we went to the Wizards of Wine, where all those like the 100 wood wights that we had to fight. Because I liked
Antonius
it also
was like,
showed...
I'm not dealing with this. Sleeps on the floor, like in terror. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, because I think that fight kind of showed off what everyone's like thing is. Was like, oh, you're gonna have Zio be the wall. You have a lot of people like, okay, we're finding our position when we have to just chug through this combat.
And Antonius like giving up as much as possible because he's like a little baby kid.
That's when isn't that when we found out he was a kid?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's also where Zio found out. Well, I say Zio, but like because Zio reacted the most to it, that you guys found out Raul was a werewolf.
True.
And Zio's like, I'm gonna kick your head in. I'm like, no, I'm nice.
No, don't.
Listen, me.
You know what? Like, even though it went horribly according to plan for me personally, I still like the inevitable confrontation with Elise and Van Richten.
I wish that could have gone a bit better, but Yeah, we again underestimated the
I feel
power.
if we had done it a lot earlier than what we did, it would have been a more fair of a fight.
Yeah, but I felt like if it was too soon, it would have been a complete stomp out. But we
Well,
had
it
the
was a
inverse
complete
happen.
stomp out regardless.
Yeah, just in the opposite direction.
I think
Because like when we were thinking about building that combat, and it was like, how many reinforcements do you want us to send you with you? And I was like, I don't know. Because we did the whole like challenge rating setup and all that, and I was like, okay, I think between Elise and Van Richten, and then like 3 or 4 vampire spawns, that should be not too difficult of a challenge, and then y'all just wipe the fucking floor with them.
Mm.
We were like, oh hell no.
Which, I mean, to be fair, I mean, Ky had the fucking sun in a can, so that did not help any.
Yeah.
Son, bitch.
All right. Well, I'm going to class in the morning, so I have to go ahead and pop out. Talk to y'all later.
All right. Have a good night.
okay,
Yeah.
bye.
No worries.
Good night.
Real quick, find me on Twitch, YouTube, and Blue Sky doing 13. I posted a new short last night. I was really like, I just had to do it. You'll see it when you see it. It was really funny. I actually falling asleep, so yeah.
Daluna, before you go, least favorite combat.
Battling Straw Tower because I wasn't actually a part of it.
That's
Fair.
fair.
I wish I could have been there. I was like, I told you all I was saving Fireball for Strahd. Kardec would have had that sixth sense of humor of, technically he's Strahd. That's Strahd right there. That's his heart. So, boom.
Yeah.
My least favorite
Anyway.
fight was the fight with Strahd.
Really.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Oh, I had a good time.
Yeah,
I
I
had a good time.
got mind controlled.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I can't say I have any combat that was like my least favorite.
My quote-unquote least favorite fight was against the Abbot because it never happened.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
that
I
fight
guess
was
my least
awful.
favorite quote-unquote combat was when we were at the Abbey and we got our shit kicked in by Strahd.
Okay, actually, I take that back. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. That was.
That was more of a cutscene than a fight.
Yeah. Because Strahd was way above your level at that point, and he just slammed y'all.
But that really put us all
And we
into
really
percent.
tried to convince him, and it ended up always backfiring.
Well, when you make an image of the girl that he really wants into an illusion, and he comes back and finds out it's an illusion, it wasn't gonna work out in our favor.
Yeah, you really were taunting the hell out of him there. And he did not take kindly to that. If you could have done anything different with your character, what would it have been?
Honestly, I don't know.
I
like
think,
how he turned
like,
out.
the only thing I can think is, like, maybe I wouldn't have multi-classed Bull into Wizard. I think I would have kept him a pure Artificer. Because the only reason I went into Wizard in the first place was just to get Witch Bolt, but it really wasn't worth it in the end anyways.
Yeah. Witch Bolt is the kind of spell where it seems like it'd be really good, but in practice it's not always the best.
Like, the which one you gotta grab is you gotta grab the 2024 version. That one's a whole lot better.
Noted.
Like not to go on a side tangent, but like if you can convince the GM like, hey, can I use a 2024 version of the spell? A lot of them are kind of a lot cooler.
And some are worse, though. Like, I don't like the
Yeah.
counter spell of 2024. They really watered it down,
Mhm.
but
Conjure Animals is completely different in 2024 versus
Really?
2014.
I already read that question.
Yep, but I don't think I would change anything. Like, I had a full good arc with Raul.
Zio probably not fucking up the build so early.
Yeah.
Clover probably nothing.
I also like related to reveals. I feel like I kind of wish Antonius didn't get found out about the tail so early.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was like right out the gate too.
Yeah, like I'm like, oh come on.
I'm sorry, I'm a monster hunter, and I found a monster. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Monster.
Listen, there was a dead body. It's not here anymore. We're in a house of horrors. I need to investigate.
Yeah, that is very fair. I mean, it's like, where did the body go? Antonius, where did the body go?
Antonius, Antonius, where did the body go? Why is your ass so fat?
What do you
Where's
mean?
the body
it's
and
always
why
been
is
this bad?
Antonius? Where is the body and why is Antonius so dummy thick?
Listen, I've always been this way. Don't worry about it. So, next question. I think I have an idea, but when were you most scared for your character or other party members' lives?
The Amber Temple.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Clover got mind control.
Fair.
Yeah. All good answers.
I mean, yeah.
I
keep
think
going
Party
back to it.
Abby.
Yeah. The Abbey was very scary.
Because everybody was lucky that Clover got counterspell with the color spray.
Yeah, that would have messed us all up.
Word comes in with, I keep trying to eat these corpses, but the clap of my tail cheeks keep alerting the party.
Like, I'm trying to remember, like, any of the times that Bolt had actually, like, gone down, and I think it was only the one time against Strahd at the Abbey. And maybe there are a couple other times, but I don't remember any of them.
Right, and how did you come up with your character and their voice?
Ratchet and Clank.
Literally just wanted to play a next generation character. Really wanted to, because, you know, Ky was technically in Dragon Lord's Odyssey as a baby. And I was just like, oh, he'd be like if he grew up.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I just wanted to...
Oh, no, go ahead.
You-
I was done with my thought.
I was gonna say, I kind of just wanted to be like, you know what? I kind of just want to try doing a Monster Hunter kind of build. Like, oh, it's Curse of Strahd. What if I just go like full Bloodborne? And then Draco came, like, also messaged. Well, when I messaged Draco the other day, he's like, "Hey, I have this other idea. Do you want to work together on it?"
Yeah. And I was
Because
really...
originally, also,
Go ahead.
originally, I think Raul was supposed to be like a quote unquote like cursed tiefling or cursed like satyr or a shifter or something like that. And like, you know, what if we're just a heartless?
Yeah. Like, I was really glad to get some testing for the Shadow-Hearted. I did not realize how busted you could be if you were a Shadow-Hearted Blood Hunter. It just synergized really, really well. Right. I now have some Barovia-specific questions.
Oh boy.
Dude, Hoshi and Yellen answer?
That is a good point. Yelling,
What was
Hoshi.
the question again?
How did you come up with your character and their voice?
So, I know for me it was, I had a bunch of inspo pics in my file, and in general, when it came to coming up with the character, I first went to the zoo in Washington State, thinking I would be like, yeah, I'm gonna draw these like falcon like what's the species called again? The race?
The Arakocra?
Yeah, I'm gonna make an Arakocra character. And then I see these giant cats and I'm like, you know what? Cat.
Little meow meow.
And that's how that happened. And I really wanted him to since it's a cat, I just wanted him to have as much pain as possible. Because I'm like, like, partially based on my life, partially because I think it would be fun in general for a character to have a lot more pain than I could possibly ever go through in my life. Not to say I haven't lived through some of the things he's gone through, but that's besides the point. I just really wanted him to be in pain. I don't think I was able to inflict enough pain on him. And at least not to my personal satisfaction. Just like, I don't know.
So you like bullying your character.
This particular one I want to bully to the ground.
I think what might have been like an issue just from like outside going in is that he never reacted to anything that strongly. Like there were times where like he reacted, but at the same time it's like, oh, things are suffering. But a lot of times he was like aloof to it. Like you have to lean into it. Like you have to like, if you want them to suffer, you have to lean into it a bit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is really unsettling. I'm going to act more unsettled. Or if you want, like, you have to give that first push.
I mean, he did shut down several times, but I don't know if shutting down was.
I can see like Antonius like the mental shutdown as like translation of like the pain that he's feeling and like him not wanting to be where he is.
Like a lot of times where like he was shutting down, like it did like it. I mean, from like other characters, like I guess from Raul's standpoint, it just seemed like it's like Antonius was just not caring. It didn't really seem like he was like suffering. It seemed like, I'm just gonna like not care about anything anymore.
Yeah, but I think it's an interesting take, because I think like even in real life, if someone shuts down, it sometimes other people also feel like that, and that I have witnessed in my own life.
I mean, it's definitely a trauma response.
I'm not caring enough
to shut
when I'm
down.
actually just shutting down. Yeah, so it's interesting hearing this.
I don't know. It just seemed like it had to be like, that's it. Like, I mean, it's just a thing that we all like can work on for like playing a character. It's like, what's the difference between oh, my character is shutting down from a experience or from them just being aloof. Like you have to have a tiny bit of nuances, and it's a learning experience.
Yeah.
I find it like kind of interesting and almost like refreshing hearing this though, because like this is actually something that has happened before, where I would shut down or someone else would shut down, and it's interpreted as not caring about XYZ thing instead of I'm in a situation where it's negatively impacting my mental health. So it like that's it's interesting that even in universe it's being reflected like that.
Yeah, so we get these perspectives.
It's just, I guess, trying to figure out exactly how to portray that this shutdown isn't just being aloof and going, I don't care about the situation, and more, I cannot handle anymore, I am done, goodbye.
I'm just checking out for the time being.
Yeah.
And let's see. Concept was basically like Zio was just basically Uncle Iroh. Honestly, that's where I base him off of. And Clover, she was just a continuation character from Thanatos. Basically, mostly all the trauma of the stuff Tarla actually did to the party, like accidentally hitting everybody with area spells repeatedly. So she has the trauma from that. That's why she hated.
Yeah, no, she...
I really do at some point need to go back and rewatch your entire Thylaea campaign.
Oh yeah.
I believe there is a command for that link. If I recall correctly, that's it. Yep, there you go. There's the link to the playlist for the Thylaean campaign. And now we can get into our Barovian specific questions. Which bride of Strahd was your favorite? I mean, I know Antonius's answer, but what's everyone else's answer?
Oh, you mean the one with no ass?
Yeah.
It's okay. Apparently, Antonius could have covered for it if he still had a mimic tail.
Yeah, just gotta eat enough curses that he'd have all the ass enough for the two of them.
I can't believe getting a BBL is just getting a mimic.
I hate that.
So I gotta pull up the brides list to see which one.
Mine was the assassin.
Violetta. The one that loves drama.
Yeah, because she
Clearly.
was literally getting under her skin like that was funny to me.
You know what? For chat, I'm gonna pull that up for them too, the various brides.
I think for me it's Anastasia, because she just wants to fuck you up. It's like, I don't care, you're in my way, I'm just gonna beat you to the ground.
I'm gonna yeet a man at another man. Or woman.
Especially if you're Tatiana.
Yeah. Fuck that bitch.
I agree with that.
The most yandere of them all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Anastasia was the assassin lady, right?
No, Valenta was the assassin. And Astrasia was the one that threw, I think, Clover at Irina.
Valenta was my favorite. I like a lady who will dedicate all that time to hunting me viciously.
Oh my.
Or finding out everyone's types here.
Apparently. I could do... No, that would work.
I mean,
Look,
Draco's my
obsession-
type, but
obsession
everyone
means-
here knows that.
Aw.
Obsession means dedication, and you can't shy away from dedication.
I get that.
We played a whole campaign about that, Choco.
Yeah, and why it's bad.
You could watch it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Barovia session? There's it sessions. No sessions. Nope, I'm wrong. That isn't the command. Well, the command exists for it, I know it. I just don't remember what it is off the top of my head.
Is it session singular?
I think it's sessions, but it might be Barovian sessions? I am looking up right now.
I got you.
Oh, look, he did it.
Oh, well, that's for the actual campaign, not the link to the playlist. There is... Yep, I'm right, it's Barovian sessions. Alright, so let's try that once more before we move on. There it is!
I want to bounce off on that question.
Okay.
Everyone's best boy or best girl?
Ooh.
A lot of Valenta stands I'm seeing.
You know, I'm gonna say hot take. Yuki's best girl.
Yeah.
Is that really
She
a
is.
hot take, though? I mean, look at her. She's adorable. Hold on, I'm gonna... Look at her. How would you say she's not the best girl?
I also like Lily.
Like who?
Lily.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Lily.
Doing her best. Our friendly tiger mascot.
No, even if she does eat bones, ease.
Aww.
Really? I'm kind of surprised by that.
I'll give my actual, real, basic answer. Best girl was Irina. I may be biased.
You may be a little bit.
What?
You
Nah.
know what? I'll do the same thing. Evie.
Aww.
Best boy is Quimby.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's actually the worst boy. How dare you?
For Antonius, maybe.
Yeah, for Antonia specifically, Quimby is the worst.
I think for me, Kai is best boy.
Oh,
Aww.
shucks. Kicks a rock.
Listen, you're Kanji. How can I not say you're best boy?
I basically am Kanji.
Honestly, I'm being biased with this one. Zio.
I'm not sure.
Zia was just John Cena, the D&D character.
Huh.
I
would say
didn't.
Ray
I
Lewis.
haven't thought about it that way, but
Because he's for the
you're
kids.
right.
I
Ah,
would say Rayola because he's trying his best.
I try, man. I try.
he really is.
I'm glad I'm not sad anymore.
Now you
Character
need to make
depression by literally killing
Antonius as sad as you used to be.
Listen, Yelling, I appreciated that over the course of the campaign, Raul and Antonius became Tom and Jerry.
I love that.
Again, I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, you're right.
I love that.
I don't.
Would it be Tom and Jerry, or would it be Tom and what's the dog's
The
name?
dog.
Spike.
Spike.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it would
Yeah,
be. That's probably more
And
accurate.
Quimby, Jared.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
it's
sense.
Spike.
Quimby is absolutely
Yeah, that
Jerry
makes
in that
too much-
relationship.
That means too much goddamn sense.
Right. This is an interesting question. In a perfect world, say there was some way you could redeem Strahd, how would your character go about it, or would they even try, knowing everything you know that is in the Tome of Strahd?
See, Kai isn't his dad.
It's fair.
So Clover would have tried. And use her trauma to help bond with them and try to see a better perspective of not being a creep.
Have you tried not drugging people? Have you tried that?
Look, if you haven't used the muffin, well, that potion, she wouldn't have fell for your brother in the first place. If you would have just showed her your true self, you would have been happy. And then she would have stopped and looked at Kai. Maybe.
I don't think I did it, but one of the things I really wanted to have Vampire say in that battle is try and... Like, he doesn't have any means to charm you, but to say to Clover, you're not so different from Strahd when you really think about it. You both want someone you can't have. I could maybe help you with that.
Oh.
We're not so different, you and I. Clover.
I'm listening.
So you'll
I
need...
don't.
Hmm?
No, I was gonna say I don't. It's really tough if Raul would try to forgive Strahd or not. It'd be like, listen, your redemption is just gonna have to be you finally just letting go and dying.
Motherfucker tried to did a genocide, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, your only redemption is through death. Just,
there is no getting over
just let it
that.
happen.
This is in Steven Universe. You gotta
It's
go.
just like, okay, it's like, yeah, you murdered your brother, fine. That things happen. Maybe you made a mistake. Murdering an entire population of people, yeah, you're not redeemable. I'm gonna have to kill you.
That's the line. Murdering
Yeah.
the sibling? No, that's fine.
I mean, it happens all the time with Thylea.
Yeah.
It's like a Monday.
Hey, accidents happen. If you realize that you made a mistake killing your brother, you can be redeemed from that, maybe. Wiping out an entire people is a line that you can't cross.
The blood rain, torturing people, eating people. It's just like, yeah, no, you're not redeemable. You're gonna have to die.
Yeah. I think for Bolt is kind of on the similar mentality of like, the only way he could figuratively see Strahd as redeemable is convincing himself how that probably he would try to use the victim of circumstance response of like, oh, if you hadn't given in to Vampire, like, and tried to do this or that, like, you'd probably, I mean, yeah, you wouldn't have Tatiana, but you'd not be a vampire and you'd be kind of okay.
And your brother would still be alive.
Yeah, your brother would still be alive, Tatiana would still be alive, and and then you bring up the whole like blood rain killing of an entire village, and then he'd be like, you have a point.
Well, I mean, he didn't kill the entire village. He left some there to repopulate and tell the story of the horrors. But we're talking about the Dusk Elves. How he killed
Oh,
all of
yeah.
the women Dusk Elves so they couldn't repopulate ever.
Except for one.
No, they're all dead except for the men who will eventually die out, unable to pass on to the next generation.
Yeah.
No, that would be a cool concept for a character idea, whoever does this campaign again, of like, oh, I'm gonna make a Dusk Elf. He was the last surviving member of his race. Somehow he was just not in, either he was in another part of, either he was in another part of Barovia or, another part of Ravenloft or something like that, another part of the domains of Dread when shit hit the fan, and he somehow survived all of it.
No, I can see it would have to be a Lady Dusk Elf, and she was out of Barovia entirely when those events were happening, like, before anything crazy happened in Barovia, where Strahd's wedding was happening, she was out of Barovia entirely, and then couldn't get back in. And then somehow joins the party and gets into Barovia, and then learns all of the horrors that happened while she was gone. I was gone for like 100 years! What the fuck happened?
So it's genocide, but, we're trying to take care of that.
I would hope you're trying to take care of
I
that.
would hope so! How are you trying to fix this nightmare?
Are you single?
Yes, I guess!
What do you think?
I think there was a guy I was seeing, but he's probably dead.
Listen, you're just gonna have to get real busy.
I'm only one woman. I don't know if you know how
Baby
elf
steps.
reproduction works.
Baby steps.
That's why the conversation ends with asking her, "Are you single?" And then you just move on to the next scene.
Clover just says, well, spread the legs and smile wide.
Is the guy that's responsible for the genocide at least done? Is he taking
Oh yeah, no,
care?
he's done your rings.
Okay, good. I don't have to go on a quest of vengeance then.
I elbow dropped him.
Now apparently. Alright.
And his god is dead too.
I'm sorry. What?
So have you played the game Earthbound? Next question, Draco.
Okay, next question. I think this is the last one I have written in my notes, unless chat has some other questions. In spite of everything he's done, did you ever have sympathy for the Devil of Barovia? And yes, I did do
No.
that for the song reference.
Fuck no.
Yes.
Before the book.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Before the book.
Absolutely not.
Oh, before the book? Hell no.
No. Before and after, I had none.
After book? Yes. Before? No.
That's interesting.
I think for me, before the book, it was like, yeah, he was obsessing over this one person, but like maybe, I don't know. After the book, I'm like, yeah, it just got worse and worse.
The book definitely adds a lot of important context to that.
Yeah.
Like, you can sympathize with him under the fact of, like, he was obviously tempted by evil. But at the same time, like, you don't want to be that guy, but at the same time, it's just like, you made the choice of your own accord. Yes, you were backed into a corner. Yes, you had no other option, but you still, like, made the choice of your own accord.
I guess there is also something to be said, like, if Vampire didn't exist, it's possible that Strahd could have just, at some point, gotten over it. Maybe. If that wasn't presented, maybe eventually he would come to terms with it after they got married and had a relationship with Patrina. But we will never know, because that isn't what happened.
Yeah. I feel like also in general, like, I think this is also coming from the more empathetic side of me in general. Like, I feel like although face value for all of us, he's not redeemable or he's not like at all worthy of redemption or he's not like necessarily worthy of sympathy because of what we know of what his character has done. But
Okay.
also, with that said, he is acting on very human emotions. Granted, but like not without necessarily the tools or the healthy coping mechanisms needed to take care of those emotions
Yeah, there
in a
weren't
way
any...
that would have been.
Sorry, go ahead.
Huh?
I was gonna say, yeah, there aren't really any therapists in Barovia, go figure.
At least
Yeah, like
not above ground.
Not above ground, fair point.
Yeah, just because
dang it,
again, like,
Hotek, why'd you stay underground? We needed you above ground.
Hotek need to tend to flower garden.
When the world needed him most, Hotek was tending to his flower garden.
Which are all mushrooms and potatoes.
I love that.
yeah, Yellen, I think like to go off to that point, like why I think like before the book I sympathized, and felt like you can feel bad for someone, you can sympathize and empathize, but that doesn't mean you can still forgive the actions that they've done, and you
Yeah.
can still see the evil that they are. It's like I feel bad for the road that you went down. Like you didn't have to go down this road. That's where my
me,
sympathy was at.
Yeah, like you don't have to
literally, the
condone
dude-
him, but you can
the
feel
dude-
sorry.
Literally looked in the mirror one morning and was just like, is that a fucking gray hair?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Saw his brother. It's just like, oh my god, my brother is young and he's hotter than me and I got this beer gut, he's got a 6-pack abs.
He took
No
my,
one's gonna want this anymore.
He took my woman.
Listen,
He's the one
Listen,
who met her
Strahd.
first. Took my woman.
Strahd, I gotta take you to the side. A lot of people like dad bods. Own up to it. Stop being a wuss and don't thirst after someone a lot younger than you.
Yeah.
Listen. You can listen. Do you want this? Do you want a person who's like half your age, or do you want a nice cougar?
The answer is obvious.
Take your pick.
Let's be real, Strahd. The answer
Also,
is
side note,
obvious.
Draco, can you check art real quick?
I can.
Yelling, I like that art a whole lot. Like that's really cool.
It's not
I'd give
loading
that as a
properly
sticker.
for me yet.
Yeah, it could be a sticker.
Like I just like how.
Oh my gosh, I forgot a letter!
Oh no! For some reason,
Wait,
Discord
hold
is
on.
not letting it load properly for me.
Did you see the error?
No, it's just a blur for me in Discord for some reason. It's not loading for me at all.
Obo Jimma?
Obujuma.
Okay, there it goes. Now it's up.
Oh, but your mouth.
Oh, but you...
Oh, but your mouth.
I do like that a lot.
Spelling error aside, it looks really good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let me just scoot this over a little bit. Add the missing letter.
Right, I might have
I can't
to do
believe I
some
did that.
editing of my stuff.
Jimma.
I can't believe I did that. Anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Mort, you got what I was putting down.
Wait, what were you putting down?
Mort saying a lot of people like dad bods. Why do you think Strahd had so many, siblings?
Yeah,
Children.
again, Barov got around. Strahd, you could have been like your father. I mean, that's not a good thing, but you could have been like him, and then this wouldn't have been an issue.
This can't be my son. He has no woman.
He has no game.
He doesn't. He really doesn't.
Like, we're gonna be 100% honest. If someone took Strahd bar hopping in the real world, he would get so much puss.
I can see that, yeah.
Listen, we just gotta take Strahd out of Barovia.
Yeah,
That's how you
Barovia.
beat Curse of Strahd. You
He
take
already
him
has
out.
wives and a husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 3 wives and a husband.
That's literally what Hotek's argument was.
Yeah. Look, there's all these people here that are attracted to you. Why do you need Irina?
Like, Strahd, hear me out. Parties could get really wild if you just stick with these 4 people.
Yeah. God damn man. Just gotta figure things out. But alas, no one was there to point the obvious out to him.
No, he was too busy.
No, he wasn't.
I am so
Getting busy would have solved everything.
It really would have. It's tragic.
There we go.
There it is.
There we go.
Yelling, could you do me a quick favor and
Okay.
put that onto one of the other images, like somewhere
Which
where
one
it
was
fits?
the one that you liked?
It was. Let me see. No, not that one, because that's not the one that we did. Went too far up. It was this one, I believe. I'm just gonna do this.
Can you forward it to me?
Ah, or I could forward it to you instead of replying to it. And because you could do this a lot quicker than I could.
Christian Mingle.
The forward failed. The forward failed. Okay.
Oh my gosh! I
I love you too.
love you! Just ah!
More.
I mean, it
And
seemed like the best
Barovian
way
mingle
to
over
move it to you, but yeah, if you could just,
No, Barovian wrangle.
you could just combine those, and
Okay.
in a good way, I could use that one instead of the one that I jury rigged.
Let me double check.
Baroviaonly.com.
Barovian vampires.com.
It's just Barovian date night. So- just a
What are those
mixer.
like date? What are the Bachelor featuring Strahd von Starovich?
That would be wild.
Price available next
Hmm?
area.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Holy shit, we forgot about Doru. I remembered just now. Doru's still out there. Starving in a basement.
Oh yeah, he sure
Oh,
is.
yeah. That's
He's
right.
sure still starving down there because there's
Maybe
no
he's-
recourse.
Yeah, and he's probably still down there too.
Yep. If he's not dead, he is still down in that basement, starving to death.
Which, hey, I tried to save him. I tried to grant him mercy.
Yeah, it's
You know
just his father really didn't want you to do that because he was so sure he'd find a way to fix him.
Draco, can I add a new headcanon so we can give Doru a happy ending?
What is your headcanon?
Irina has freaking divine intervention. Can that cure vampirism?
That is an excellent question that I will need to look into. Divine favor, right?
No, divine intervention.
Fine.
Divine intervention.
The clerics can literally ask God, hey, I need a favor.
Hey, do me a solid.
Hey, Lathander, could you help a guy out? He really needs it.
Like, if we need him to, like, not suffer and die, like, I cannot contract vampirism, so if he needs blood, he could suck out Raoul's blood for a little bit.
Right, we didn't check on the keeper at Karnav's Manor either.
Yeah, you didn't. I mean, he's been doing all right, probably. Like, he has his house back. It's probably just existing over there. But his butler left. His butler left because the Karnovs died, and he betrayed his original employer for the Karnovs because he didn't want to die, and you don't recover from that. That
You
would
know how many dead bodies there are in Karnov Manor right now?
a lot.
Oh wow.
A
He
lot
doesn't-
minus 2.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the help.
Roll a number.
Also,
equal
he's
to-
malnourished, so
Listen, it's fun. It's kind of funny and tragic that like everyone of the family died there except for 2 who came back, and Evie had to watch them die again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry for turning your siblings into zombies.
Can clerics learn the wish spell at any point?
Uh,
Because I don't think divine intervention would work, considering it even mentions DM chooses nature of the intervention. The effect of any cleric spell or cleric domain spell would be appropriate.
no. But you know who does have access to wish?
Voltec?
No, Hotek does not. But
That'd be really funny if he did.
would be funny. But you know, there
Just
is
hear
a
somebody-
Just
certain
hear
person-
somebody call out, "If only somebody around here had the wish spell," and just Hotek shows up. You called?
But I think
I wish
he was
I had more
referring-
flour.
he was referring to the person in the party who has a parent that is related to a genie.
Mm-hmm. Kai has connections.
Yeah.
Kai need a solid. You know that kid we left in the basement who's a vampire? He's still down there starving.
Oh fuck! I forgot about him. All right, let me call my grandpa or my dad.
Aja?
See, we're wrapping up these loose ends.
Mm,
Oh, this is turning out so nice.
Okay, so that was it for my questions. So we could have that talk scene if you guys like between Kai and Clover.
Unless someone else had another question in chat.
That's true, unless chat comes up with another question soon. While they're thinking through that, I guess this scene would take place roughly as you were making it to Thylea.
I feel like Kai would try to find a private area to have a proper sit down, not in front of the children or Evie.
That's fair.
So he would just take him to the Vermilion house.
Draco has this.
We see, and it's in art. Perfect. I would still go with my idea for putting the caption down there. Okay.
Or you can put it next to Tides of Crow, the thing.
I mean, I could put it directly next to there too and not cover up any art at all. Okay. I have a plan. But, doesn't... I feel like that's mostly just me right now. My burning questions have already been answered. Okay then, let's, set the scene. Ky and Clover, you're making your way to the Vermilion household after you've gotten all of the children back to where they belong. And let me change the music to something a bit more fitting for the area you are in. No one is home at this moment, so you have the house to yourselves at the very least.
And Kai has not really said anything the entire time that he has walked. Just walks in, puts up his weapons, and takes off his helmet, and walks to the backyard, and grabs a bottle of wine, just right off the table. Drop your weapons right in front of the door.
Wait, who, me?
Yeah, you.
Why?
Drop them. All of them. No magic items, no nothing.
Kai, what are you up to?
Just do it.
She will drop her stuff.
Is that everything?
Yes.
He looks you right in the eyes.
It is.
Just walks into the backyard, and it's like this little, like, kind of makeshift training ground, but like has like a nice garden around it with like fruit and stuff. Because he just sits down by like the patio area is what I would call it, and just offers like a seat over to Clover. All right, let's have that talk now.
Okay. So what you want to know?
Lutheria's kid.
She's not a bad person.
Are you fucking nuts?
She is not a bad person, Kai.
Do you know that?
Oh, yes.
Okay, how long have you known her?
About 5 years now.
5 years. That's a long time. But I don't think she would be too keen on the kids of the people that killed her mom. Kind of my line of thinking.
You say that, but that's not entirely true.
Not entirely true.
She doesn't want to. She wants to get rid of the cult altogether.
All right, what
She
cult?
doesn't believe her. The cult of her mother, of course. She doesn't want them to worship her mother. She wants to get rid of all of them.
Okay, for what reason?
Maybe. She doesn't want people to worship a false god. Okay.
Is that it? Not that maybe she wants to take that mantle or anything, or anything malicious, because honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I don't trust it. As soon as you told me that you had another person that you wanted to get with, that you were, kind of okay with, and you told me that she was Lutheria's daughter, I didn't have a good feeling about it. So I'm having this talk with you to make sure that you're looking at all the angles here.
I am.
All right. And you actually like her, like, romantically. Or is
Other than her, other than you, she gets me. She understands what I've been through. She learned that, yes, of course, that I don't typically get along with my brothers. My brothers are the favorite child. They get their own. They get basically everything. They get to be part of the Dragon Wars. My mother wants to keep me away from all the front line, keep me in the back. I have all the power, just like you have. It's basically the opposite of you. You don't have. You feel like you don't have a divine spark, but you think your sister's the favorite. I have the divine spark. My brothers are the favorite.
I think. I don't think she's the favorite. I think she's very talented. I think she's good at what she does. I just think, honestly, if I'm being honest, when I was growing up, I was jealous of you all. And I hated that. I was the oldest, yet I didn't get any of what any of you got. I wasn't able to throw a radiant bolt, I wasn't able to run up walls, I wasn't able to stun anybody with a punch. I couldn't do any of that. And along with that, I couldn't even have any of that fancy divine blood in me. And that hurt. Because I looked up to my dad. I looked up to everyone. I felt hopeless. So I tried to fill that hole with things that wasn't the greatest. I got into fights. I stole stuff. I made some unsavory bonds with people. I got with people. And they only got with me because I was the son of a god. The reason why I wanted to talk to you about this Lutheria thing is because I wanted to make sure that you are sure about it. Not that this is just something to fill a hole in your heart. Because I've been there, and it's not worth it. You end up filling that hole for a little bit, but then it gets empty again.
I'm not trying to fill a hole. I'm tired of being alone. I'm probably one of the few people that got tasked to do the gods' dirty work and search for people trying to kill or hurt their families and friends. Why do you think I'm so good at sneaking? Why do you think I'm good with shooting bows, not being seen, sneaking around, and doing a lot of damage to people and trying to figure people out at the same time? I search for people all the time.
Well, for one, you were trained by badasses, and two, I mean, you're a demigod. That's why.
And I was trained by badasses, but the training was not easy and was lonely.
No, it wasn't. It's not supposed to be. It's training. I mean, you know how much I wanted to train my dad, and I wasn't really able to, because I couldn't do any of the stuff that my siblings could do. No, I rebelled. And then my mom got tired of it, and then she trained me. Until I couldn't move anymore. And honestly, that was an eye-opening experience. That there was a lot more to me than just I was the son of the legendary Andros. Maybe that's something that you need to do. Blow off some steam. Find out who Clover actually is. Not who your mom wants you to be.
That's understandable.
Heck, I did it. Became a mercenary. Had fun. Made a couple bruises. Now look at me. I mean, like, I'm still kind of a mess, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm a lot better than what I was.
You're not wrong. But
So.
I made sure that she's not up to no good first before I even decide to.
Good.
What I spent the first 3 years doing.
Good. Because if she is up to no good, I'm going to have to clean up the mess. Because I will. You know I like to bash skulls of any evil fucker that comes into our home and messes with us. Same with those bugs, same with Leechmouth, and the same with her if she crosses us. And I will knock some sense into you if I have to. Only because I care.
God, you gotta find me first if you do that.
Oh, I'll find you. Our family's kind of stubborn. It's not a matter of how, it's just a matter of when.
Alright.
Or I could just send my brother after you.
Oh
You
God,
find
no.
everybody. Yeah, exactly. Would you rather deal with me or you rather deal with Tarlos?
I'd rather do with your sister than him.
No, you wouldn't. I think I'd be the best case scenario for you. But if you're sure about all this, then I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna trust your judgment, but remember, she steps out of line, I'm burning her.
I'm stronger. If Loki do want to see you two fight, that would be interesting.
Well, maybe you'll get that wish. But for your sake, I hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, just be careful. Don't do anything stupid, reckless. And don't go about it alone. I know you're supposed to be put on a high pedestal or something, but you're still that little squirt that kept following me around. To me, anyway. So try to liven up. Relax. Don't do anything for a while. We've been through a lot. We fought the vampire overlord and we fought a god. I think we deserve a vacation. He just pours her a glass of wine.
She will take some of it. You're not wrong. And she takes one long sip.
Kai just takes the bottle. my fucking wine. You know, unless you want some of my backwash. She just shakes it in front of her face.
Clover thinks for a second. Is it no?
All right then. Let's blow off some steam as he just gets up and goes to the training ground. No weapons, no nothing.
Alright, you sure? And she gets up and starts following.
Absolutely. She just cracks his knuckles. And as they face off against each other, I think that's a good part to end off.
I think so too. I will revert everyone back to their proper tokens. Well, proper guest models. I did have you on your actual tokens for a little bit there. But I digress. I think with all of that, that is a good place for us to end off. But before we properly do, I have a couple teasers here. Let me just set the vibe for our next campaign real quick. Something working in the background.
Oh no, I'm not ready.
And let's make this the proper size. Stretch to screen. There we go. Next week, Obajima, The Tides of Corruption. A promo will be released on my channel probably a little after this. I have to actually edit the video together to properly have it posted. But with that, I think we'll end this off here.